Hey there Internet, and welcome to another episode of Where's Your Bookmark. Unlike my previous episodes when I've been talking about novels, this time I'm going to be talking about a short story collection. For the last couple of days I have been reading Up All Night, which is a collection of 6 young adult short stories. And what's kind of cool about this collection is that it's got a lot of authors you've heard of. There is Peter Abrahams, Libba Bray, David Levithan, Patricia McCormick, Sarah Weeks, and Luen. It's sort of like a dessert tasting. You get to try a bunch of different little things and then you can see maybe what works for you and what doesn't. So the common theme in Up All Night is the title itself of what would happen if you were up all night? This is a fun question for me because I've stayed up all night exactly 3 times in my life, which isn't maybe a lot to some people, but I just remember how each of those nights was completely unlike the others. So it's a fun premise. Each of these authors have a very different take on the situation and how they've played it. I've read 3 out of the 6 stories so far, and one thing that's actually really cool is 5 of the 6 are traditional print stories, but the one by Luen Yang, who some of you may know him from writing American Born Chinese, which was a Prince Honor book. His story is the last one I haven't gotten to yet, but it is a graphic novel, or a graphic short story, which is really kind of fun. So if you are looking to maybe mix up your reading choices, if maybe you want to try a genre but you don't want to fully commit to taking on a whole novel, I suggest finding a short story collection so you can get a taste of different authors and different styles and see maybe what you like and what you don't. I know the last time I think I read short stories was when I was in high school, and a lot of them were very canonical, literary, with capital letters and Hemingway, that kind of thing, very sometimes heavy. I know the title that sticks out to me is The Yellow Wallpaper, and I just remember that story freaking me out. My renewed interest in short stories is actually a pretty recent development. Over at 365 Days of Reading, there's been a feature called Short Story Saturday, where every Saturday she writes a little review or summary of the short story she's been reading, and one thing that I think is great is that she's found all these collections of short stories for teens, and I don't know why I didn't think that they existed before, but they do, and they're really great. Another reason is that I have been really intimidated in my own writing lately with novels. They've just been feeling so big, and I've been feeling really stuck and getting swamped in all the little details. So at the advice of some much wiser writers, I have been doing some short story work instead and just playing things on a smaller scale, and I'm finding it really interesting to see how you can still build a character and a world and a situation in less words, and it can still be really impactful. So as the school year is about to start, I think I'm going to be finding myself reading more short stories maybe during my lunch break, because I like getting to see different kinds of writing styles, but maybe not always having to fully get into a novel and get into a really big bulk of text. So it's fun for me to see that clearly not all short stories are like that. A few of the stories in here have already made me laugh out loud. Some of them, you know, they pull at your heartstrings a little bit, and it's just a really fun way to get to know a character in a short amount of time and try on something new. So I think I am definitely going to be exploring more short story collections that are out there. If you know of any, please, please, please tell me in comments down below. I would love to know what else is out there. So again, this short story collection is called Up All Night. It's a fun one. It's a good beginner one if you are sort of testing the waters like I am. And that's it for me this time. All the usual links are going to be down below as well. Comments always welcome. I love your recommendations. And that's it for me for now this time. Take care. Bye-bye.